President Biden is heading to New Orleans later today to survey the damage from Ida. Meanwhile, he's facing the lowest poll numbers of his presidency. The latest ABC News and Washington Post poll shows the president's approval rating has fallen to 44%, down 6 points since late June. ABC News political director Rick Klein joins me live now for more on that. Rick, obviously the president's handling of the situation in Afghanistan is hurting his approval rating, but is there something else driving this drop in the polls as well?
Yeah, Diane, this was a difficult summer on almost every front when it comes to the economy with that jobs report, when it comes to the horrible news out of Afghanistan, of course, COVID-19, the extreme weather events. This was a tough time in the United States of America and a tough time to be the president of the United States. Biden's standing has never been lower as president. It's been remarkably consistent through his first six months or so in office. That all changed last month. The numbers essentially flipped. 51% now disapproving, 44% approving of his performance, driven by independents and men in particular. Both of them really, there seems to be a major shift in public opinion around him. There's still areas that he is quite popular and his support remains high, particularly among Democrats, say. But this is troubling for him, and it has repercussions for the rest of his agenda, including the major package that he wants Congress to approve, as he spoke about just a few minutes ago.
And President Biden's also facing pressure from Democrats to act after the Supreme Court refused to block this new Texas law that bans abortions after about 6 weeks of pregnancy. So what can he do at the federal level? What are the options available, and what are the chances we see real action on this?
Yeah, his Department of Justice is looking at it, but frankly, the way the law is written, it's very difficult. And the fact that the Supreme Court decided not to intervene on this and to allow it to move forward through other legal challenges are problematic. The major issue that they're coming up against is that the enforcement mechanisms are falling to private individuals. It's not the state. It's not technically illegal, but there is an incentive for individuals to report people that they suspect to have to be obtaining an abortion after 6 weeks, and that is ground abortion to a halt in Texas. It is now virtually impossible to get a legal abortion inside the state, inside the second largest state in the country. And of course, it has a disparate impact on lowest income people, people of color. He says that he's got his administration looking at this, working at that through the Department of Justice and elsewhere, trying to find out if there's ways to open those doors again to these healthcare clinics. But the fact is that it's difficult the way this is written. And Diane, we're seeing other states say they may pass similar laws. Places including Florida and South Dakota and Arkansas say that they may introduce legislation that's similar. They view this as a roadmap from the Supreme Court to essentially outlaw abortion, which has been a longstanding goal of many conservatives, many Republicans, and that's the consequence of this deeply divided decision by the court not to intervene.
All right. President Biden's also heading to New Orleans today, Rick, to survey the damage there. What's on his agenda, and what do you think he's looking to accomplish with this visit?
Yeah, look, I think this is a moment to console a bit and to maybe talk a little bit also about his agenda and climate change. We've had too many opportunities for this president recently to have to be that consoler in chief. Most recently over the weekend with the dignified transfer service at Dover Air Force Base that ended up being quite controversial with the families of some of those fallen servicemen and women from last week. But in this case, he's going to just an absolutely battered region. This has been a terrible, terrible climate event, and it is tied to climate change. I expect that he'll be talking about that at some length in this appearance as well. But I think primarily this is to show that he and the federal government are there to act. So many thousands and thousands of people in that area still without power. I know that the White House was cognizant of the resource drain it takes to host a presidential visit, which is why they've waited for this long. But still, this is a real and unfolding tragedy for so many Americans.
All right, ABC News political director Rick Klein, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.